Hey guys, welcome back to another YouTube video. And since it is the spooky month, and the new Saw movie came out, I thought this would be a great chance and opportunity to discuss my thoughts and feelings and opinions on all the Saw movies and what I like about them and what I don't like about them. I know a lot of people haven't even seen all of them, and a lot of people don't like torture porn. But you know, we're gonna talk about Saw movies. So we're gonna get right into it. If you're watching this on YouTube, this is I am live streaming this. And if you're here while I'm live streaming, thank you for being here. Okay, we're gonna get into the movies. So thank you for 100 gift subs, Leonard. I'll include that in the YouTube video. So first things first, the first Saw movie is so classic and iconic and basic, but is so, like, gets the point across. I know a lot of people talk shit on, like, some of the acting, but I didn't mind the acting myself. I didn't think it was that bad by any means. So I'm also gonna rate these 1 through 9, for number 1 being my favorite, and number 9 being my least favorite. First, we'll go through, for those of you who've never seen a Saw movie, warning, fucking spoilers galore. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. If you haven't seen it, fuck, the first Saw movie came out in what year? 2004. Almost 20 years ago. If you have not seen it, sorry. Go watch it. It's a classic. Especially in the spooky time. Speaking of spooky, I'm drinking a liquid death with a skull on it. My water's even spooky. Okay, so I'm trying to think what traps. Let me open up a separate tab. Because that's mainly what I want to talk about. Let's talk about the traps. Let's go to the Saw Wiki. I don't want to see all of them. I want to go by movie. Okay, so this wiki page. So apparently, according to the wiki, there's been 154 different traps. Oh, here we go. I can go by movie. Yes. Okay. So the first trap, the bathroom trap, I don't think it's that good. Also, I'm going to be going through and saying whether or not I think I would survive them. Spoiler alert, I'm a little bitch. So, not optimistic about most of these traps. Okay, so the bathroom trap, I don't want to fast forward yet. We'll get there when we get there. But do I think I could saw my fucking ankle off? Fuck no. Absolutely not. Not a fat chance. So I would die that trap, and that would be a really shitty death by literally being starving and being dehydrated, because I think the body can go longer without food than it can water. And I'm already very dehydrated almost all of the time. So that would be very unfortunate for me, because I would be dead and dehydrated quicker than probably most people. So yeah, I'm not living that one. No tangents. Second one from the first movie, the razor wire maze. I'll tell you this, I can't really see it, but let me see if I can show you. There's this tiny, can I focus it? Nah, it won't focus. So I have a cut on right here because I had some granola bars and I was cleaning out my pantry, and I broke down the box and got a box cut, like a cardboard cut. And I'm a little bitch because it stings to, like, wash my hands or do the dishes or, like, when I shower. So do I think I could deal with razor wire? Again, I think that one had a... Can't remember if... No, that one didn't have a bomb. That one just had... He had to get through, and once he got through, he could be let out. But the door closed, what, after 3 hours? Doesn't specify. After 2 hours. So no. Flammable jelly is the next one. Nope. Don't think so. I really don't. First of all, I had broken glass all over the ground. And like I don't think I could step on broken glass. And secondly, like the thought of being caught on fire sounds absolutely terrible. So again, I would probably just starve to death in the room. I know that like your instinct to live would be very strong and would make you want to do some of these things, but like I honestly don't think I could do them. I really don't. The reverse bear trap, that one would be pretty easy. I would be able to do that because that was just cutting somebody open and taking the key out. So that one I wouldn't feel as bad about. Nymeria, lay down. Quit flapping your ears. Would you rather have glass, tacks, or fire? Ooh. I would do tacks because I would try kicking them so that the sharp part wasn't facing up, because I think that would be easier to potentially deal with. I mean, I guess glass I could try kicking and like bundling up into a corner too, but definitely not fire. Alright, next we have the drill chair. I fucking forgot about this. I actually saw this as clickbait on a Watch Mojo YouTube video. And I forgot, like when I saw that on the thumbnail, I'm like, that's not even from a Saw movie, so I forgot about that one. I don't really remember what this one was. I just, within the last couple months, watched all the Saw movies also, because I had never seen Spiral, and so I watched Spiral, and then I watched all of them. So because technically that it's from the book of Saw, so it's not actually connected to the Saw universe. So watching that one before any of the other ones didn't affect anything timeline-wise. He was strapped and chained to a seat and had a metal bar across his neck, which was connected to the chair's fixed recline and prevented him from moving his head away. To the left and right of him were identical contraptions with drills attached to it. The drills pointed at his head. Once the trap was activated, the contraption slowly moved forward. Okay, so I mean, how would you even get out of that? You wouldn't if there's not something he could do. So I guess no, I wouldn't survive that. The quadruple shotgun hallway trap. No, because I mean, if you accidentally walk into a trip and you get shot, you're just kind of fucked. And then the last trap of Saw 1. It is Saw 10 out. Was Zepp's test. He had a slow-acting poison. So this would be, he had to hold people hostage, and Lawrence had to kill his opponent, and then Zepp would have to kill the mother and daughter. And was forced to, could I just shoot people? I would like to say yes. But at the same time, they're innocent people, and that's the fucked up part. Like, so that's a hard one. I want to say yes, but I don't know if I could. Now, this is a trap. So now we're going to move on to Saw 2. Saw 1. Where do I rate that one on my scale? I'll rate that one. I'll say it's like my number 3 favorite. Okay, and then we'll move to Saw 2. Saw 2, I actually... Ooh. Saw 2. Fuck. We're gonna rank them at the end, because I'm trying to remember all the things that happened in all the movies. Okay, so Saw 2, the first trap, was the death mask. Now, I always thought, because it has the x-ray of where the key is, I always thought all he had to do was cut open underneath his eye and get the key. And I feel like I could do that. But no. And this is what, you know, the movie stuff of it all. The key, his eye was taken out, then a key was put in, then his eye was put back in. Because it's a, surgically implanted it behind his eye. Had to cut out with a scalpel, like scoop out his whole ass eyeball to get the key. I don't think I could do it. I would rather the nails pierce through my head and let me bleed out. Fuck it. The next trap is the electrified staircase. I vaguely remember that because then I feel like later they had to do like a robot to test the staircase to see. Oh yeah, wait, no. If enough pressure was put on the previous step, the rig would spring forward and break the legs of the person, then be electrocuted. So, I mean, you could live with a broken leg. You could live being electrocuted, but it depends on the voltage, perhaps. So then maybe I might not be able to live, but that's the fact that they count that as a trap loosely, just like the shotgun trap. I mean, that's not really a trap, because a trap needs to be something that potentially you can get out of, in my mind. It's a real life trap though. The nerve gas house. I'm a little bitch when I'm sick, so to be like coughing up blood and like be weakened and stuff, I don't know if I'd be able to go look for an antidote because I wouldn't have the energy for it. Now, the one thing I did that triggers me about Saw 2 is they don't show where the antidotes would be for everybody. Like, there's the girl from like Seventh Heaven that they never show where her antidote or trap would be. The dude who gets shot immediately at the beginning with the gun, they don't show where his would be. Or the person of color, they don't show where his trap would be. So, like, we don't even know where all the antidotes would have been. It makes me feel like not everyone was destined to get an antidote and go through a separate trap besides the poison. So, a little triggering. A little bit. So, the safe room trap was the shotgun, wasn't it? Oh, no, the safe room was getting the numbers from all their necks. Okay. I mean, if I was able to get the numbers, sure, I guess. I don't know. And then the gun trap. I also would not be putting my eye up to an eye hole while twisting the handle. Or putting a key in, I guess. You put a key in. I don't feel like I'm that dumb. So I feel like I would survive that. The furnace. So the furnace is a interesting one because when he starts pulling the metal chain, either A, I feel like someone should have been holding that door open, or they should have put something in that door to like keep it open, or I feel like as you start pulling it and you can see it close, like you would stop. So I feel like I would survive that because I'd make sure that I have a way out, because it's enclosed. So like if you don't have a way, or like have that glass be broken on the other side sooner. I don't know, just a way to like strategize. I feel like it should be simpler than that. The needle pit, I just got the chills thinking about it. The needle pit haunts me, like not in my dreams, but just haunts me, period. Because it's absolutely terrifying to think about. Dirty needles, my OCD could never. So in that case, if I got thrown into the needle pit, I'd just be trying to crawl out immediately. Fuck that guy. If he wanted the antidote, he could have gone and got it himself. or if that was me, like there's a bed with like a blanket, I think, or take your shirt off or something and, you know, get in there properly, like stepping down and stepping on the needles so they're not like being plunged into you. So the needles aren't being plunged into you. And then use like the blanket or like your like a shirt or something to like maneuver them around so you're not like digging with your hands. Like, and then get a needle. Oh, could you imagine getting a needle stuck underneath your fingernail? No, 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 no. The razor box. Don't be stupid and put both arms in. Take one arm and fucking hold it open while you get in there. And don't pull it from the top, pull it from the bottom. That triggers me. That's ignorance. Eric's test is the final one. Him just sitting there and waiting and talking. I sometimes have a temper. I sometimes am impatient. So I do understand, and I don't have children, I have my dogs, but I understand why he took off and, you know, wanted his son and all of that type of stuff. But at the same time, like, yes, I'll be patient enough to wait and hold out. Yes. And again, we're gonna rank all these at the end. So, Saw 3. Saw 3 was an interesting one because it and Saw 3, 4, and 5 all kind of blur together for me personally. So the first one was the classroom trap. First of all, so this was a rigged trap, meaning the door was welded shut, so even if he did do all the things, he still would have died when the bomb went off. But could I pull a chain out of all of the places where there were chains, like in the hand and in the ankle bone and in the jaw and all that? No. First of all, I don't think I have the strength for that. Secondly, I just don't think I could do it. I just don't. Another rigged trap was the angel trap where it had her rib cage chained up, and she had to put her hand in the poison. Man. So first of all, I know that the giant beaker of acid, sorry, it's acid, not poison, of acid was already eating the key, but I would try to push as much acid out so then that way my arm didn't have to go in as much. So I would try to get the acid out if possible, and if I couldn't get the acid out, would I be able to put my arm in there and get the key before? I don't know. Like, I was a trooper when I got my last tattoo. It burned sometimes with like the shading, but I mean it's a fucking tattoo, so what do I expect? But could I just put my arm in acid to get a key? I don't think so, because I would also be so distracted by the pain of the acid that I almost would like not be able to like move around and find the key. The shotgun collar. I mean, if I was a doctor and was forced to keep a patient alive, I would try my best. So I feel like if I had the proper knowledge and skills, but I mean, otherwise there's no reason why that trap would exist, I guess. The next trap is just all of Jeff's trials. So the first one is the freezer room. He has to put his face on a pipe, which, take your sweater off. Why wouldn't you like put a barrier between the pipe and your face so you don't have like a frozen and like get ripped off to grab the key? But also, I'm kind of petty, and it's not so she wouldn't be able to get off at all. It's all relied on him. I don't think I'm petty, but also like, I don't know. I think I'd have to be in the moment. That's hard because like, would I be willing for someone who saw my son get hit by a drunk driver but wasn't willing to testify? Would I be able to like be willing to help them. I don't know. Put a barrier between your face and the key if you are going to help. Next one was the pig vat. I don't know if I could help because of the smell. I would be puking. Burning your kids' stuffed animals to get the key. Yeah, I get it. It's very sentimental, and I'm a very sentimental bitch. A lot more than I've realized, like, especially with my grandma. It's been, I don't know, it's been really weird for me lately. It's been kind of re-hitting me, although it's been a few years. But, yeah, just going down there and having to, like, step through the pig liquid and, oh, God, it's making me sick just thinking about it. No, I don't think I could help him. I'd be too nauseous and, no. The next one is the rack. This is one of the ones that literally I hate watching more than anything. I don't care if it's fake or not, I hate seeing bones break or be broken where it's like sticking through the skin. Ugh. Oh God, it makes me just nauseous. So I wouldn't even want to see that happen. But he has to get the key. What is it? Hold on. The wire was connected to the shotgun's trigger. Once Jeff removed the key, the shotgun would fire at whoever stood in front of it. I mean, yeah, but he stood out of the way and pulled it. So, like, but I've got short arms. So that wouldn't work. I've got short arms, so that probably wouldn't even work for me anyways. The final test. Can he forgive John Kramer? Would I be... So, first of all, if I saw my significant other... Forgiving. So, if I saw my significant other bleeding and being told that, like, I need to forgive him and get my significant other help, or my significant other is going to bleed out, I would have to forgive him, because if my significant other was about to die, like, you just have to, like, let go and move on. The next one is Amanda's test. All she had to do was keep Lynn alive and remove the collar. I mean, I get it. She had an attachment to Jigsaw and, like, was territorial and, like, possessive. She was a recovering drug addict. She had already gone through a test. She was making tests that were unwinnable. She was cutting herself. She was going through a lot. I feel like with the mental health stuff that I've dealt with, obviously I didn't deal with, like, any of the shit she dealt with in the movie, but I feel like I would have passed that test. I would have not shot the doctor and just, like, maybe stayed out of that room so I didn't have to see it, so then I wouldn't get more angry. I know she also... No, I fucking didn't. I know she also got the note later saying, like, you have to shoot the doctor. Otherwise, like, I'm gonna tell on you or something. I don't fucking know. So I know that, like, played a factor in all the shit and whatever. Moving on to Saw 4. Okay, so I did like the first one. The first one was a good trap. The mausoleum where the guy's mouth was sewn shut and one guy's eyes are sewn shut. If I was the guy who had his mouth sewn shut, I would maybe try to, like, somehow go up to the other guy and have him, like, feel my mouth to realize that, like, hey, I can't talk, so I'm not, like, choosing to not talk. And if I was the guy that had his eyes sewn shut, I would be like, hey, I could hear someone. Are you able to talk, or why aren't you talking? Like, knock twice or something. Try to communicate that way. Because, like, essentially they didn't have to kill each other. The keys were on each other's neck, and he had enough room to, like, go around. Like, they could have figured something out to, like, be set free. So communication is key in all aspects of life, boys, girls, and non-binary folks. So if you can communicate, you can survive that trap. That's my take. Riggs' trial. So he set up most of the traps and had to do that type of shit. But his big thing was don't rush into things and just wait until the timer's up. And he had like 2 seconds left on the clock. So if you've already waited that long, just wait the 2 seconds. So do I feel like I could have waited? Yes, because that was the whole point of the fucking game. The scalping seat. Oh my god. Having my hair ripped out of my scalp? Having my hair ripped out of my scalp. Oh god. Fuck no, dude. I mean, again, I know she couldn't have really survived it without the help of the other guy. I don't know. I mean, essentially she died because she went to attack him because she got like the note or tape or whatever the fuck happened saying that like if you don't kill the detective, then he's going to like report you and you're going to go back to jail. So I get her paranoia, but like, I'm sorry, but if I just had my scalp being ripped out of my head, the last thing I'd be wanting to do is trying to like go after someone or be dealing with that. I can maybe talk to him later and be like, hey, can you maybe not turn me in? Like, communication. So she would have lived. The bedroom trap. Oh, could I gouge my eyes out so that my limbs don't get ripped off? Fuck no. I hate pain. And I'm sorry, but like, I couldn't imagine being blind. Anyone who is blind, like, props to them, whether they were born blind or were blind later in life. I just don't think I could live that way. I just really don't. And, you know, I say that as someone who's had sight their entire life, but, like, I don't know. The spike trap. Could I pull rods out of my body? If it was between me or my abusive husband to live, yeah, I'm choosing myself. But do I think I could pull them out? Would I have the strength? Because I'm already bleeding quite a bit with all those rods being stabbed through me, given they're not the vital veins to kill me and have me completely bleed out. But at the same time, like, oh, that's a tough one. I would try a few and try my best, I guess. But you're also strapped in there, so like, how do you get out unless like the detective showed up? Which I guess was the whole point. So I mean, it's fine. But like, man, I don't know, dude. That'd be a hard one. The ice block trap. Again, their fate was reliant on someone else. So I mean, either you're allegedly gonna get electrocuted from the water and the electricity, or you're gonna have your head bashed off with giant blocks of ice. I mean, you're not living either one of those, and unfortunately, that fate is outside your hands. So, Perez and Schramm's trials with the jigsaw jigsaw puppet. What, Billy the puppet? I mean, why, like, if you're trying to hear the whispers, I wouldn't trust it. I wouldn't get my face that close. So I feel like I would live. The knife chair. Ooh. I really like my face. And even with plastic surgery and stuff nowadays and reconstruction and stuff, I mean, I would try to put my face through them, but I don't know if I could. And then he ends up getting tangled up in the razor wire, which we've already discussed that I wouldn't be able to survive. Spine cutters, again, outside of his choice, which he got shot anyways, so I don't even know if the spine cutters truly killed him. So, yeah. That's kind of a lose-lose there. And then lastly, it's saying that Hoffman's test is considered part of Saw 4 with the reverse bear trap. He never got a key, so I mean, he was lucky with those bars being in the door and it ripped his face open. I think I probably would have died. Alright, moving on to Saw 5. The The pendulum trap. Again, it was a rigged test so you wouldn't live anyways. What did he have to do? Crash his hands? What did he have to do? To stop the pendulum, he had to insert both hands and activate them by pressing the buttons, which would slowly make his hands crushed. I don't think so. I really don't. I don't know if I could. Again, my hands, my feet, and my eyes are all like sets of body parts that like I don't know if I could like live no longer with. So do I think I could put my hands in there? No, not really. The water cube, I wouldn't be smart enough to use a pen, so I would just drown to death. It was a rigged test. He got lucky by having the pen in his pocket, so I would have died. The Fatal 5 trials. Okay, so first of all, the necktie trap, getting their heads cut off, or yeah, their necks cut off, or heads cut off. Again, all 5 of those tests, communication. So like they would be able, like they would maybe, I would try just passing the fucking key down to see if it would work. Like I know that they only had so much time, but it'd be worth a try. I'm a small person, so the next one, the jars or the ceiling jars, I would be like, hey, there's still room in mine, like if you want to come in mine. The electric bathtub. Thank you. The electric bathtub, that would be hard because again, could I take a small zap? I mean, I'd be willing to try. If everyone was still alive and we all had to do a small one, I would be part of the team. For sure, I guess. Teamwork makes the dream work. And then the cutting your hand open to lose blood. For sure, I would do my left hand because I'm right-handed, so I would at least not use my dominant hand because I'm not fucking dumb. But again, if it's all the team, I would definitely try. And then the next one is the shotgun chair. What did he even, it would be pulled if he tried to move his hands too much. Then just don't fucking move. That's it. The glass coffin. So to me, the glass coffin, once the like pipes come off and it starts to go down, I would almost feel like I would potentially, sorry, I feel like there's a fucking hair that's like tickling my side. I would almost be afraid of suffocating. So maybe I would investigate the room more because like to be crushed by walls coming in on you and then the bone popping out, no. I mean, I get it. The whole point was to keep him alive so that he could take the fall for everything. But I don't know. I'd be afraid of suffocating, but you know what? There's worse ways to go out. Saw 6. Okay. The pound of flesh. Oh, God, no. I do not think I could cut off a body part or part of my body. So I guess my head is being drilled in and I'm dying. And then we have all of Williams' trials. So the oxygen crusher. I don't feel like I can hold my breath very long. I'm not a smoker. I get winded easily. I just don't feel like my lung capacity and all that is great. I would try the best that I could, but I unfortunately do not have high hopes for myself. The gallows, again, something that is outside of someone's hands. I would, try to plead my case the best that I could, but, nothing you really could do. The steam maze. I'm trying to remember. Could I try to go through the steam? I would try the best that I could. But I know it, like, literally burns your skin, so I'd be fucking terrified. I would maybe try to get as low to the, see how much this, where the steam goes, and maybe get as low to the ground as possible, and, like, kind of, like, shimmy underneath it, so at least then, like, I'm taking less of the steam instead of, like, the full blast of it. So, I'm trying to remember. So, he helps her through the maze. Can't remember. Told her the key to the trap was inside William's body. I mean, yeah, and she has to use a power saw. First of all, I would see if there's any other tools to try to get the key out and, again, communicate. But instead, I think, doesn't she get, like, pushed off and, like, burned up and shit? So, again. Shotgun carousel, classic. That's a good Saw trap. I think of that one when I think of Saw. Again, try to plead your case, but again, it's not inside your hands. The acid room. Yeah, it doesn't matter how much you try to plead your case. I think you're kind of fucked either way. Because if you're a shitty person, people aren't gonna want to be nice to you. So the one big thing learning from Saw, any of the Saw movies, don't be a cop. Don't be shady. Don't work for a shitty insurance company. Don't be a scam. Don't be a shitty doctor. Don't have an affair. Yeah, just kind of just be a better person. As Jigsaw would say, value your life. And then the reverse bear trap again, but which we kind of already talked about that one with him sticking it in the glass. So I think I would just die. And then the last official Saw movie, Saw 3D or Saw 7, fucking hated this one because I thought that the blood was too pink. It was, I mean, I know it was a 3D movie, but it's just not great. I'm also personally not a huge fan of 3D movies. And if they make a 3D movie, they should make a 2D version of it as well. And not just like, I don't know, just do better. I hope that 3D doesn't become like a big popular thing again either. Oh shit, Saw 3D traps are not listed in this wiki. Fuck. Okay. I wonder why not. Alright. Oh, it's downpouring again. It's always raining. Okay, so let's try here maybe. Yeah, and then this wiki page doesn't give me the traps. Here. Saw 3D traps. Okay, found it. So first one is the public execution. So if I was the girl or one of the guys, if I was one of the guys, fuck that bitch, because if she is two-timing me and lying to me and feeding me lines, yeah, I'm not sacrificing myself for her. And also, like, I wouldn't want to kill the other guy because, like, if he's being told the same shit, I don't feel like he deserves to die. If I was the girl, I just deserve to die. And the fate is outside my hands anyways. Don't be a two-timer. Period. The pain train, first of all, R.I.P. to Chester Bennington. However, they were what, Nazis? And so he had to rip off the skin off his back and pull the lever. I would try the best that I could, but again, all the other people relied on, they're racist. Okay, yeah, something like that. Just don't be racist, first of all. But yeah, I would try to pull my skin off, but like, damn, that would be hard. That would be a hard one. Oh wait, no. Wait, which one's this? Oh, the pain. Okay, wait, hold on. The pain train was the dream that Jill had, where it came riling at her and ripped her apart. Again, outside of your hands, you couldn't necessarily survive that. The horsepower trap was the car one. Okay. The lawnmower trap, which was in the flashback of the fucking support group. Fuck, why did I draw such a bad blank? Do I think I could hold... First of all, I don't have a great amount of upper body strength. So, do I think I could hang for that long? No. Absolutely not. And then Bobby's trial. Okay, so the reason why I didn't hate Saw 3D was the idea of someone faking being a survivor of a Saw trap to profit off of it, because that seems like that would really happen in the real world. Like, I really see someone, like, writing books and, like, profiting off of talking about an experience that never happened to them. Can you guys hear the fucking thunderstorm? So I do really like the premise and idea of making this person who lied and profited off of your work go through these traps. Okay, so the first one was the suspended cage. And if you fall, you, like, get implanted. So him swinging it, I like that idea. I would try the best that I could. The silent circle, where she had the fish hook in her stomach and it had to be yanked out. Do I think I could be quiet enough? No. Again, I'm a big baby when it comes to pain. So I'd probably die. The impalement wheel, again, kind of outside of her hands. If he didn't raise those things up to stop it, then she dies. So, I mean, you're kind of fucked if the other person can't lift those weights for you. The hangman's noose. Okay. Now, all of my years of dance classes have helped a good amount with my coordination. I personally don't know if I would be standing shuffling across those boards. I think I would do more of crawling around so I can, like, grab hold of them. But then you'd be fucked. I mean, I guess you'd kind of be fucked if it breaks, like, as you're, like, halfway through it anyway. So it doesn't really matter. But I would just, again, that's a good communication one. A good communication one. The wisdom teeth. No, I do not think I could rip out my... First of all, he's a grown... I understand that I still have my wisdom teeth. But if he has that kind of money, he can get dental care and he can go get his wisdom teeth taken out. And also, how did they rip out his wisdom teeth, put the combinations on them, and then reinsert them? I feel like you would have that mouth pain and you would know. But do I think I could just rip out my wisdom teeth? No, I don't. The brazen bowl. Actually being burnt on fire, you're just kind of fucked. You don't have any control over that. But putting the hooks in your chest and, like, maneuvering it up, I feel like when I watched this movie, like, within the last couple months, I feel like there was something I thought of, like, he could have done that better. He could have, like, pulled the chains down and, like, put his feet in them to, like, pull it down and then be able to connect the wires so he didn't even have to, like, hook them in or not, like, use his actual upper body to do that. I don't have, like, chest, like, from working out and shit, so that's kind of irrelevant for me. Were they watching him, though? Because, like, I don't know. The sensory gun, the minute I heard something popping up, I'd probably duck. I'd, you know, be a little weary and cautious. So if you duck, you could have survived that. The cyanide box. Hold on. I'm trying to remember. The top of the cage was a little filled with cyanide pellets. Once the trap was activated, caused the pellets to fall down to the liquid due to a chemical reaction. Was a poisonous gas, and everyone died within a few seconds. I mean, I guess you're fucked no matter what. Again, the reverse bear trap yet again. No, I don't think I could survive that, especially when you're not given the key. You're just kind of fucked. All right, and then we have, which one's next? Jigsaw traps. Jigsaw was technically the 8th movie. The murderer's trial, as soon as that first girl said you just have to shed a drop of blood, I'd probably use like my leg maybe and just like slightly cut it just to have that drop of blood, get that done and over with. The chain hangers, again, communication. If like you said a number and it like triggered that, I'd be like, what number like resonates with you? Just tell us, it's okay. Or if, I guess if the trap was for me, I'd be like, hey, I don't, I know that number. So the leg wires, first of all, that fucking sounds terrifying. It says no exit and proceeds to walk towards it anyways. Probably wouldn't walk towards it, because if you're already being trapped and put through these trials, I don't see them like trying to reverse psychology you and be like, not an exit, but it actually is. So, and wood is very easily breakable. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe I would like throw something over there and see like what happens. I don't know. The grain silo, I mean, again, you're just be lucky and hope that like when the shit falls, you just don't die. The cycle trap, was there even a way for him to live? Oh, so because he was swinging because he was panicking, he thrust himself around the coils. So maybe just try to be as still as possible. I don't know. The shotgun keys. Okay, I'm trying to remember exactly how that one went. Because I remember there was an easy way to win. Hold on. John explains that they must see things upside down and that the key is in their shotgun shell, which John loads into the gun. Anna misinterprets what John said and proceeds to take the shotgun and shoot Ryan. However, the gun backfires and shoots Anna in the head, killing her. Realize there were 2 guns in the bullet and they were shattered. I would try see if you can't take the fucking bullet out and like snapping it open and getting the fucking keys. But I feel like if it's a backwards shotgun, you should be able to tell. So maybe not hold it like right fucking up next to your face. I don't fucking know. The laser collars, that was an unwinnable trap because even after the shady cop admitted to all the fuck ups he's done, he still died. So you're not surviving that. And then the last movie, Spiral. The first one was the subway trap. Do I think I could pull my tongue out of my fucking mouth? No, I don't. I really don't. The finger trap. I'm trying to remember. He'd be electrocuted to death if he failed to remove his fingers before the 90 seconds. And the water rose to the wires. Is it both hands? I can't remember. Was it both hands? Ten wires. So yeah, both hands. I don't think I could rip all 10 fingers off. I really don't. The hot wax trap. First of all, the thought of being waterboarded is terrifying. So the fact that you're being waterboarded with hot wax. And it was a boiler, so it's like burning hot wax. So your face is being fucked up. She has to sever her spine. No, I don't think I could do it. Bank's trial was similar to the bathroom trap, but instead of having their leg chained, their hand was chained. In order to escape, they have to cut off their hand. Initially was about to cut off his arm, however, a bobby pin was conveniently placed near him. I've never picked a trap before. So I don't know if I would... I know that, like, if I saw a bobby pin, I would obviously try to do that. But do I think it could cut my hand off? No. The glass grinder. Ooh, having glass being shot at their back. If I remember right, it relied on... Yeah, he needed the help of a second person. So, I mean, you're just kind of fucked if someone else doesn't help you. And then Marcus Bank, the dad's test. The IV would drip the blood out. He needs the help of a second person. So, again, up to someone else. So if I had to rank them, worst to best, I would say worst for me. Ooh. I would have to say Saw 3D. Saw 3D is last place. I'm just gonna say my least favorite is Saw 3D. My all-time favorite would probably have to be Saw 2. Okay, maybe let's go in order of ones, the order I like them. So, let me get a little... So last place is Saw 3D. Was that Saw 7? My all-time favorite would have to be Saw 2. Let's give... I feel like Saw is a good third place. Let's do... I'm gonna put Jigsaw in 8th place. And then Spiral in 7th. Let's see. Saw 3. Yeah, I wasn't a huge fan. Let's actually, you know what? Saw 3 is going in 7th, and then Spiral. I didn't hate Spiral. Saw 4. Do I want to put... Okay, we're gonna have to... I think we are gonna bump up. We'll put Saw here, and then Saw 4 here. Saw 5. I mean, communication. If they had been communicating good. But you also can't just think of the traps, you have to think of the storyline too. So that was Saw 4. Which one had... Wait, no, that was Saw 5. Wait, which one am I... Oh, well, Saw 6. I did like the trials. So I'm going to put Saw 6 here and Saw 5 here. Yeah, that's my ranking. Saw 2 is my favorite. Saw 4, 6, 5, Spiral, 3, Jigsaw, and then Saw 3D. That's my official ranking of the Saw movies. So, all right. Well, that concludes my overall take of whether or not that wasn't my initial plan for the video, but whether or not I thought I could survive all the traps, and then my my final ranking of the Saw movies, which it's subject to change once I go and see the new one. Yeah, I know everyone's preferences are a lot different. And obviously, all the backstory and all the background stuff that goes on in them changes things a lot. But I'm also, I watched the Saw movies for the traps. Let's be real. So that's where my hot take really comes into play, and preferences and stuff. But that's my final ranking. Fight me if you want. That's fine. Or leave a comment down below on this YouTube video and tell me what your ranking would be and what your all-time favorite trap would be, and if you think you could survive most of them or not. Apparently there's 154 traps, which seems inaccurate after going through all of them, which obviously they count Saw 10 in there, and I am not counting those, but still. But yeah, comment it all down below. If you are not watching this live, check out all my socials linked down below, and check out the stream when I'm live sometime. Subscribe if you haven't. Like this video if you want to see more horror movie review type ranking type stuff. But that's all I've got for this video. Bye.